In efforts to advocate for the passage of a bill seeking seat reservation for women in the State House of Assembly and the National Assembly, stakeholders in the cause for the women representation in Nigeria have been urged to use diplomatic channels to address the gap in women representation in Nigeria. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, gave the advice during the launching of a public presentation of forum's guideline by National Women Leaders Forum of political parties in Nigeria. Kalu said women belong in all places where decisions are being made. He said women's voice should be heard in every area of life as they exist in every area of life.
And protesting about their need to be included. I followed all through, defended what the Parliament was doing on TV time and again. I think one of those times I was on TV with Mrs. Enobi. I saw their passion, I saw their desire, I saw the necessity of their inclusion. And I took it upon myself that the 10th Assembly will not experience our mothers, our sisters, our wives, our aunties, our daughters standing under the sun for what we could handle differently. That was why, without any nudge from the women, my office took it upon ourselves to do a critical analysis of what their desires are and how to structure it into our existing legislation, especially the Grundam. So we're promising you are no longer going to stand under the sun. Because we are talking to each other. This conversation has commenced, and you started by talking to yourselves. The women gathering to talk to themselves first, believe in the project, believe in the bill, then you begin to prepare to talk to others. We'll make our point, but there are diplomatic channels that we're going to use, because I know both the Senate and the House of Representatives operates through what we call the Senate rules, the House rules. There's a way you will go about this. They will say, tell us where we have infringed on the rules of the Senate. Then we'll block the way for further engagement for this ultimate bill that we want to achieve. So let us play a little to the right, a little to the left. And then, as mothers, when the child is crying, just a little bit of rocking up and down, rocking forward and backward, until the child sleeps and you get the peace you're looking for. The inclusion you're looking for is not only in your hands. It is for you to speak out. It is for the male gender as well, the stakeholders, to buy into it. And the Senate, as of today, is a major stakeholder. The National Assembly is a major stakeholder. My advice is, let's use diplomatic channels to address any issue that may not really favor us. There's nothing we cannot get through diplomacy.
Shola Afolayan, representing the country director of Westminster Foundation for Democracy, spoke about the essence of sensitization campaign around the bill and a space for more women participation in politics.
Representation that we have in Parliament, that's at the National Assembly, as well as even in appointive positions, it's abysmally low. It is very, very low. And this is one of the reasons why we are supporting the IPAC as well as the National Women Leaders Forum to start discussing the special seats bill, which is on the floor of the National Assembly at this time. We want to create sensitization around the special seats bill. We want to create space for more women participation in politics. We don't want to have the situation that we have, where we have about 15 states in the country where there are no women parliamentarians, where there are no women legislators. It is not a good record. And if you look at the statistics of the global ranking of Nigeria globally on women representation. We are number 181. And we have African countries like Rwanda taking the top spot. We have countries like Senegal, Tanzania taking the top spot. Nigeria is usually a topmost country. We are always at the forefront of some of these global issues, and it is so sad that at this particular one we are failing, and it is and that is why we want to address this by working with the national women leaders to address these issues within their political parties.
That's the whole point of the bill, is the fact that the numbers are declining. So hopefully, once this HB 1349 is passed, the number of women in the National Assembly will increase. We will have the critical mass to pass a lot of policies that are gender friendly.
The president of the National Women Leaders Forum of Political Parties in Nigeria, Honorable Darasimi Ibrahim, while addressing newsmen, said to achieve the passage of the bill, it was important to keep lobbying the men and create more engagement.
It's going to go to the National Assembly, and the National Assembly is dominated by men. So to achieve this implementation we are talking about, we have to keep lobbying the men. We are not just going to stop at those in the National Assembly. We are going to go to faith-based organizations. There are people who are in different communities. When they speak, people listen to them. We are going to be going to them. More engagement, but more advocacy and more lobbying to ensure that by 2027 we have more female representation in the National Assembly. Not just National Assembly, we are talking about elective positions also. You know, when you look at the gender bill is neutral. It's neutral, so there's nothing to hold on to. But you see, we are happy today because there's a change. Today you see that the Deputy Speaker is the one championing this bill. And we are so excited. Normally it's the women that want to fight for it. But today we have a man who is a he/she that is pushing for this bill to be passed. And so he needs our support. And for us to do that, because he's not just the only one that will have to speak, we need the entire National Assembly, we need all the state houses of assembly. Like you heard inside, in the 36 houses of assembly, we have only 15 states of assembly don't even have any woman. So how do you begin to talk about our issues when we don't have anybody representing us?